Let's change the. There we go. There we go. Live. All these good. Alright, so let's wait for people to roll in a little bit before we officially get started.
I just reposted on mine.
Perfect. Yeah. Start at like 35 people, or once we get like a few people in, get started and people figure it all out.
Bet.
But yeah, thanks whoever's watching on Twitch, hopping in already. Just get started shortly. Let's see. Perfect. Person on YouTube, person on Twitch. Let's go. So, well, you want to get started now? People rolling later.
Get it.
What's up? What's up, Clear Media Merchant? Thanks for hopping in. But so, thank you, sadboyshaq. Thanks for hopping in here today. Just want to say, long time coming. Been listening to you for a little bit now. One of the artists I first found actually when I started on like TikTok with He Died Part 2. And like I just want to say it's crazy how like the lifespan on that song, like you're still getting like I've been seeing you repost on your story like other people making edits or like lyric video stuff to it still, right? Like how crazy is that having like a song have that much of a lifespan?
Bro, like honestly, I didn't think like when I first made the song,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was gonna be like that because I just had got into the genre. Like I
Yeah.
made a couple songs. I'm like, okay, boom, found these couple beats, made the first He Died. We went good. Second one came. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep it rolling, keep being consistent. Then that one just it hasn't stopped since. I
Okay.
even stopped doing the genre, and they keep at it. They
Mm-hmm.
keep at it with it. Like it's crazy.
You know, and with like a demand for older sound that you've kind of moved on while you're trying to push a newer one, like what is that like? How does that feel for you?
I mean, like if they want it, I give them the sound, but it's not gonna be like the way they want it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm trying to work on my stuff, and I'm trying to get better as an artist, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go back 3 4 years and keep doing the same thing and become dependent on that one sound like
Yeah.
I needed it. Like I can show you better than I can tell you that I'm better than the glitches and all of that. I can
Mm-hmm.
do other stuff. So, yeah.
You know, and I've been loving with your new sound. You've been pushing it in like a really unique way. You've had the Cartman like AI videos like really take off. So like, what was like? Want to explain like that whole like process and what it was like seeing all it blow up?
Oh, I got the idea from I forgot how to say his name, but it's like
Ligington.
Livingston. Yeah, Livingston. Yes, bro. I got the idea from him, and I was like, man, this certain sound that I'm starting to do. I started to do it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Put those two together, and I was like, yeah, I think this draw some attention to me. And like 2 weeks after, everything just started back to back to back to back. Everything just started happening, and it was cool because I woke up one day to like 120 plus thousand views after I already cracked 100K on the video. Had
Mm-hmm.
like 30,000 likes. Woke up 10,000 comments. It's just crazy. Like
And then you had like I'd say the most random assortment of videos made of it. Like you were having like just people's children. Like what was it like seeing like just so, your videos hit such a wide variety of people?
It's like it's funny because the way that everybody's coming to find my music after a couple years being gone, they're like, "Oh, you didn't used to make this." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I got better. I changed my sound,
Yeah.
and now it's hitting the new wave of TikTok. The little kids that's
Hmm.
on there right now, they using the little Cartman sound. Everybody using it in slideshows and all that
Yeah.
edits. I appreciate all of that though, because that's fire.
You know, and like kind of evolving with that generation. You worked with like a lot of people from like that older generation. Like I think it's almost if you go through your features list, it's like a who's who of stuff. It's like what's it
Yeah.
like working with those people and now seeing the position like they're in?
A lot of people that I've worked with, even before I was known,
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of them. Like no matter what, like they got crazy success before me, and I'm happy to see it
You
because
know.
they deserve it. Like I was just a stepping stone for them. They came across me. We
Mm-hmm.
crossed paths a couple times. That's a part of the journey.
Yeah.
I'm on my way up just like that. How they got their way up, and like I said again, like Tana, Dami, shit, even Jace. A lot of niggas I'm proud of
Yeah.
because they did their thing.
You know. It's just been really. And what would you say was your like favorite song out of like all those like old collaborations? Like, were any of them like live, or were most of them like either features or like opens?
Uh, some of them were like the older shit that I had with Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Me and him used to be like hella close. So uh, one day I was like, "Yo, bruh, you want to hop on these songs?" He was like, "Bet." I said, "Okay, boom." Sent him the little open. He hopped on. I sent it to Phobia, and then we hold that. Then boom, boom, boom. Or if I come to him like, "Yo, bro, you got to open or something I need, bro." Get that from him. It's either I send him something, he send me something, then make it work like that.
Mm-hmm. And like as you're saying, you're like pushing on to like this new sound, kind of this new chapter. What would you say you kind of like learned from like that old chapter that like you don't aren't gonna like repeat, like the mistakes you don't want to repeat, and like stuff that you learned in the past?
Um, Not to get too comfortable and too repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the genres where I was doing good, like some of the stuff just gets
Yeah.
repetitive, and I can't keep doing this and that, same song. It'll be like, oh yeah, it's a similar beat, damn near the same beat. Like I don't want to do stuff like that. That's why I be trying to get samples and different type of like vibes and genres and every type of thing, different song. Like I'm not trying to just stay in one little spot.
And a lot of people just know you as an artist, but you also like do like manage other artists. So like, what inspired you to like get started like doing management?
Um, Honestly, like I got a platform.
Mm-hmm.
I got a platform, and I'm not gonna just be like, oh, y'all gotta give me $300 every 2 weeks if you want me to be a manager. Like, bro, I got a platform that I'm still growing myself. You need help, I'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
You need sharing, you need reposts, you need me to lock you in with people, I got you. Just like one of my first artists from years ago, I've been like helping him out for years and sharing his shit. And he's making his way up. His
Mm-hmm.
name Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Like
I think he's
he's
in
been going
chat here
crazy.
actually.
Like, yeah. Yoshi, that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
For like 4 or 5 years. Like he was the first one I started managing, then I just kept picking up, picking up, picking up, and doing all that.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it's got like you have such a wide variety of like beats. Like I've seen you collaborate with everyone from like Reptile Legit doing like really fun like more like kind of clubby stuff. Like you know what I mean, the drum and bass, and then you also have this like
Yeah,
really hard like dark trap like sound. So
yeah,
like what's your
yeah.
kind of like inspiration for having such a wide like taste?
Like I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of underground music, a lot of old underground music too.
Mm-hmm.
Like like Syringe. I don't know if you know Syringe Cyber. Like he got like 2, 3 different names. Like him, he like the reason for that screaming aggressive shit.
Yeah.
Eggs, Derek Brands, a lot of niggas like that. Like a lot of that goes into there. And
Hmm.
then I listen to other types of music and then just try to implement that into the stuff that I'm making. Even if it's not the same type of genre or style.
And so another like inspiration that I see in your music is wrestling. You have a song named Kenny Omega. Like me and you talk about wrestling all the time. So I was just curious, kind of like what like first got you into it, because I know that's a pretty deep thing for you.
Like wrestling,
Yeah, wrestling.
man. I've been on wrestling since I was a kid, man. Hell, man, I was calling. I was on a little radio station calling to get tickets and shit. I even won tickets and shit like that, bro. I was on wrestling every day
Mm-hmm.
since a little kid, bro. That's why I know. That's why I say so many bars. And only people who really have been watching
Yeah.
and who know wrestling, they gonna understand it,
Mm-hmm. Have you been to any like live events or like indie or WWE events?
bro. Yeah, I went to one like my recent one. I went. I believe it was last year. So,
Mm.
seen Edge when he was in like Judgment Day when he had the short
Oh
hair,
yeah,
had the gray, yeah, all that.
the vampire group when they have
I
like the
walked, I
fire
walked,
powers.
walked past goddamn what you call it? We had just missed Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. Them niggas was walking out,
Uh,
and we was walking in, and we had missed a segment when like they had popped up on Roman Reigns and the
mm-hmm.
Usos. It was crazy.
And so, like with live events, I'd seen you in a past interview, kind of talking about concerts, and like you had like thrown some of them yourself. What would you say is the importance of like live like performances with your music and like getting that additional connection with the audience?
You got to know how to vibe. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just get on stage and be like, yo, I'm gonna need y'all to do this. You got to hit them with something first.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make them listen. You can't just talk to them just so it's like subtly. You
Yeah.
gotta. That's why they be screaming and moshing. You got to scream at
Mm-hmm.
them so they can listen and get hype.
But like, I would also wondering like, what's that feeling like performing your music live and like getting that kind of like gratification of like, what I mean, because you do so much online, and to actually like see it in person and like see how it actually connects with people, like what's that feeling like?
That's a dream come true. Cause who wouldn't want that? Like
Yeah.
going out on the stage, playing your music out loud, hundreds of people dancing and having fun. That's that's the dream.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how long you work, that is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end goal for it. No matter how big the venue is, how big the club is, you're gonna start at zero, but you're always gonna have to go up. So that's really what is leading forward to.
And what would you say your favorite experience, either like opening or like doing a concert, has been?
Uh, the Reptile show, that
Mm-hmm.
show,
Was
that
that one
was
in New
one of
York,
the
right?
yeah,
Oh, I wanted to go
cause
to that so bad.
bro, if you would have went, that would have been fire,
It,
bro.
it,
We shot like a whole video,
mm-hmm.
like we went to the studio before that, then we shot a video on the way to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Then we was all in there having fun on stage, vibing. Like that's one of the best ones. 'Cause everybody in there didn't matter what type of music it was.
Yeah.
Everybody made different music. Like everybody was just vibing out.
And so with like Reptile kind of like making a much different music than I'd say like what you normally make. Like how'd you guys end up like meeting or like collaborating in the first place?
Um, she was friends with my homeboy, my homie Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Manny and a couple other people. We met through him, and then it all just went together through there. Cause I knew her. I knew she made like the little Minecraft remixes like from a
Yeah.
long time
Yeah.
ago. Like I didn't think that we was gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fire. I love that.
And another collaborator that I loved you working with also that I think Overpaid was also on that same track. Like I was wondering, I think it's been a little bit since you guys have had stuff. Is there anything to expect with like you either in Reptile or Overpaid in the future? I was curious.
I mean, me and Pay, we do have a song that's in the vault right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We gotta I gotta talk to him about it, and we gotta get stuff
Yeah.
rolling. Like stuff will be on the way.
Hmm.
That's because I want to do more stuff like his type of vibe.
Yeah. And what kind of sounds are you trying to like get more into other than this like dark like I don't know a better way to describe a dark trap sound you've kind of been doing lately?
Like to be honest, I've been thinking about going under a whole different name, just being a fucking mystery artist and just
Hmm.
making shoegaze music, like hard fucking like rock shoegaze type
Yeah.
shit.
And
I've been thinking about
do you play any instruments?
it. I mean, I could play the piano and the keyboard
Hmm.
and shit, like drums and shit.
Oh,
Not
cool.
like guitar, and I ain't that good at
Hmm.
that.
You play instruments or like have music like as a kid before you started really doing any of this?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Uh, choir. My whole family really is into music, so
Hmm.
my uncle made music. A couple of my uncles and my brother, my cousin made music.
Damn.
Like my grandmother used to be a DJ. My grandpa was a DJ. He used to go around DJing parties and shit.
Wow.
Like that's why I really got it from the music. I was watching my like majority of my family growing up. I'm like, yo, they used to have Guitar Hero mics, bro, from the old PS2, and they used to hook
Mhm.
them up to the PC, get on FL Studio, hang it over the closet door, bro, and soundproof the closet.
Mhm.
People like niggas don't know about that struggle, bro. You don't know about that. That used to be the times, bro.
No, that's so that's just so crazy. And like I can tell like a lot of those like early days like really like influence your sound. And I know I remember correctly one of your like friends from middle school, high school gave your name, right? And like you guys like collaborated early. So I was just wondering kind of like his influence in those early days, like their influence on your music now.
You talking about Paris?
I believe so. I just remember you saying
Paris?
before Sad Boy Shack. I forget it was Sad Boy something else like an animal.
Sad boy, little horse. That's my
Yep.
boy
So
Paris. Yeah,
yep.
that's my little brother. Yeah, yeah. He he making music still,
Hmm.
but it's not like he's dropping constantly because he got stuff to take care of. He got a family and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but he still makes music. And I told him soon I'm gonna make him start dropping, so they're gonna start seeing a lot of more of him. They're gonna start seeing that boy a lot more.
And like I can tell music's just something you like love in general. Like who are like artists that you've been listening to a lot recently like that you're excited to see what they're doing in the future?
Bruh, Give.
Give.
Um,
Oh, Akimbo?
yeah,
Mhm.
he slapped.
You know.
That boy, he been slapping for a minute. Give, Yoshi,
Yep.
um, Paid. I want
Mhm.
to see what Skywater does too.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, like it's a lot of other people I listen to, like
Mhm.
some underrated people, like uh his name Ren, but he go by like I Heart Soul. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna post it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna have to start posting more because he slapped.
Mhm.
Dude only got like 1K followers, bro.
And what would you say has kind of been the importance of like how has like being a fan continuing to be a fan helped you with like staying like on top staying where you've been for so long? You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah, like cause you always gotta be tapped in with everything. You can't just get like a little bit of fans and a little audience and be like, oh, I don't gotta get on social media no more.
Hmm.
I don't gotta do nothing. I don't gotta look to see who hot no more. Cause you never know the people that's coming up they might fuck with you and they might want to do music with you and they
Hmm.
might want to lock in with you and do shit like that. And that's good for both of y'all.
Yeah. You know that
Like
you know that's what I always appreciate is you stay away from the beef, but I have to ask like why so emotionally against YB and Namir? Like it's at every moment on your story. Like
yo,
where did this like emotional hatred start?
man, look. That man, he knows, bro. Like he just knows the way that he operates, the way that he moves. Like
Mm-hmm.
him is him. Nobody else in his camp or who he friends with, I don't care about whatever they doing.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he be doing. That would like he blocked me too because he never responds. He never
Mm-hmm.
responds unless I'm trying to buy something. And then he had, I don't know if it was an automated bot or some shit.
Yeah.
They had somebody DM me talking about some old features, intros, and all that. So I'm like, all right, bro. like, like I've been talking crazy,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I don't mean it like for it to come out crazy. I'm just the shit's supposed to
It's
be funny, niggas.
it's
People hear
hilarious.
it, they're like, "Oh, this is crazy. This what did he?" I'm like, I ain't trying to be like that. It's, I'm doing it because it's funny.
You know, like I have to applaud like the speed you had that Coke butter cheese remix. Like I could not believe the turnaround on that. That killed me. I didn't even know you could get the beat that fast.
Man, all it takes, if it's a will, it's a way. Like I heard the song, I'm like, all right, man, you ruined the beat. I'm finna get it remade in like a day. That's all you gotta do. Give me a day. I'll record it, mix it, drop it. That's all y'all gotta say.
Mm,
I,
you know,
but like, yeah, it's no, I don't got no beef no more with him because he
yeah.
blocked me. He obviously don't wanna respond to anything that I'm saying.
Mm,
So, but just let it be known. You come across him and you buy a $600 feature and you get blocked, it's on you, GG, my nigga. That's all I gotta say.
like, what do you think about like all those like underground like scams and stuff? Where like I think it's such a common thing, where like I think you can almost expect artists to scam at this point. Like, what do you think about just like all that goes on, and like even working with people who like do that stuff? If that affects anything for you?
I mean, even if I work with those people or I don't work with those people,
Mm-hmm.
being an artist and selling stuff and other people coming to you like, oh man, I want to buy this, but are you gonna scam me? Or are you gonna do this? Because other people done got them for their money. That like half the people who be taking people $300-400 fucks it up for the next person because if they have another artist
Yeah.
that they want to buy from and it's you, you're not gonna get no money because
Mm-hmm.
the last person fucked it up for you. Like it's a trickle down. Like
Yeah.
the first person fucks it up, everybody else is not gonna profit.
Mm-hmm.
That only the first person who got you is gonna profit because they took your money and that's it. That's where the line ends.
You know, and I definitely think like a big importance of that is like just it just destroys like any level of community that you're able to build, and it's I'd say a really big part of like being able to like stay up as an artist. And what would you say is like has it been like having such like a strong community like that just engages so heavy with almost everything you do?
Like that's why I do the certain stuff that I do because I know the people that I got around me and that follow me, they're gonna react. And I know the certain things that I do, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, yeah, yeah, share that." Then it just gets to more people, and I appreciate everybody who doesn't even like take the time to even listen to the songs. They'll just see it, click it, repost it. And they won't even hear it. People like that, and the other people who take the time to listen to it and all that, to share it. I appreciate all of that because I got people who go to war for me for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta do is just say the word, and some of them, they be in my DMs like, "Yo, we ready to slide out on YB?" And I mean, I'll be like, "Leave him alone, like y'all." I be getting so many tags of people DMing him about me, like they be ready to slide. They don't
Mm-hmm.
care.
And I think I've seen like it's been really cool. Also, you have like like fan art and like seeing edits like with your music. Like, what's it like seeing all that like fan engagement and fan creation, like art on top of your art? You
That's fire. Like I like having somebody in the fan base or having a fan base or a crowd in the fan base that has talent because why not use this music with your good talent and then it always comes back to me. So I'm
mm,
gonna repost it. Everybody's gonna see it.
yeah,
Then that's more recognition. Like you got a good edit, you get good videos or good funny content, and you put it towards my music. We're both gonna benefit because a lot of people gonna see it from your end and my end.
Mm. Have any of those fan interactions led to you working with some of them, like whether it be like features or cover art?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot of a lot of people who like some editors, like some people who used to be editors and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, they start rapping and stuff like that, and just based off like being locked in for years with the editing community alone, I be making songs with some of them. They fire.
Mm-hmm. And I think like an important part of like a lot of this is understanding music, understanding like the art of it. And like while like you are a big consumer and a big fan, you also have like that technical side. So what would you say is like that importance of being well-rounded like as an artist?
Um, Never sit in one position.
Mm-hmm.
Like never sit in one spot because you sit and do the same thing, you get complacent. No
Mm-hmm.
matter what, it's not gonna work. Like, and can't you can't doubt yourself,
Yeah.
can't second guess yourself. You got to stand on whatever you do and whatever you say. So,
Mm-hmm.
like any of my ideas that I do, I'm gonna stand on it. If it doesn't work out, I'm gonna go back, rethink it, revamp it, and I'm gonna try it again. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna reroute it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be scared to fall because when you fall, you get right back up and you
Yeah.
start moving again. Like,
And so I've also curious. I did little bit of digging and seeing like you're with I believe DJ at the same management with DJS now, right?
yeah,
So like curious about like that whole process and like if we can expect like collaborations from like him or like anyone in that like same team or anyone you're excited to work with in that team.
yeah, the whole team, everybody in the team is hard. They fire
Mm-hmm.
the most. Like one of the people I want to work with out the group the most is Young Solar Flare,
Okay. Oh
and
shit. Yeah. Yeah.
he go
Yeah. No, he's pretty.
in S. Like I'm hoping to get some with S soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to get stuff moving behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
if that happens, if that goes through, then it's gonna be a go. And yeah, it's a lot of producers in there too. That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just too many to name.
You know.
Like the group is stacked.
Mm-hmm. And what's like that excitement like just being able to be around so many like new creative like minds and kind of like a breath of fresh air, you know what I mean, new opportunity.
Yeah, like it's good because
Mm-hmm.
you see how a lot of different artists work and how they work ethics are, and the processes of them making their music and mixing, doing all that, yada yada. Like if you hanging with the same like group or you in the same community for a long time, you're gonna get used to certain shit.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get used to doing like moving at a certain speed. Then when you get around some new people, they moving 2, 3 times as fast, and you like, oh shit, okay, I gotta step my game up.
Yeah.
That's how I've been moving a lot more differently now.
Yeah. And like how do you know like to like move on from each stage, because I feel like throughout your music you can kind of get like a real sense of like when you move on to like a different stage with like each every few albums.
Yeah, when when it comes to a certain point where you gotta like let a style go, or you gotta let uh, a year or an era go, you just gotta be like, okay, boom, I'm finna not go back to this. I'm finna experiment, go
Mm-hmm.
look through some different stuff. I'm finna experiment, do some different flows,
Mm-hmm.
styles, genres. I'm finna do all that.
Yeah.
Cause I could have did it with hyperpop. I could have did it with jerk. Could have did it with any other genre. I could have did it with dark plug. But it's just if you stay in one position, you're gonna get stuck, and then they're gonna label you as that artist
Mm-hmm.
or that genres type artist. And that's not me. I'm an artist. I make everything. If
Yeah.
it's good, it's good.
And like, how do you really like find your sound? Because I feel like you have a very distinct voice, and even like when you do switch to singer, when you do switch to rapping, like it still is just like this is a Sad Boy Shack track.
Yeah. Uh, the way I found my singing uh, was a little bit before the hyper pop stuff. I knew I could do it. Like I knew I could do it a little well. I just had to find the beats to fit my voice and the style to fit how I'm trying to get it moving. And then when hyperpop came around, it got way better because I all I had to do was sing. I had to sing, put the effects on it, and then I could really show people I could sing in the background with the vocals and all that while I'm doing the glitches. So they got to catch it two ways. They got to hear the effects and all the stuff in the back.
Yeah. And also like
Like in,
yeah. And
I
then
don't know, go ahead.
oh, yeah, no, and you were saying like your sound evolving, like it's always you've also like kind of evolved with TikTok, like you were saying earlier. He Died Part Two blowing up with TikTok, and then now Kakarot again blowing up with TikTok. So like, what would you like? Even though those are two very different times, what would you say is something that's still always the same with like the social media and with TikTok in general?
If it sounds, if a lot of people hear it and they all agree in the same group that it's good, it can turn from 5 people to 10 people to 15 to 20, then 50, then 100. And you've seen how it's been going.
Yeah,
That video almost has 1 million views, and it's been. I dropped it like last month, like 2 weeks ago,
yeah,
2, 3, like yeah, 2.5 weeks ago,
mm-hmm.
and the song already is at 50K damn near. So
Yeah,
like, if you find an idea or a style that's good and it hits somebody's ear the right
mm-hmm.
way, they'll tag people, they'll share it, they'll even show their mama or their daddy. Like everybody was showing people the video.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know it was gonna be like that, but I'm grateful it happened.
Yeah. And I feel like there's just always this push on people to like buy promo, but I think you're someone who like you don't buy promo, like right? I'm
Nah,
correct. I don't really.
only promo I really have brought was probably like for the dancing videos, like
Oh yeah.
Vic, yeah,
Wait,
him
who
and
again?
Vic Surrey,
I
the
know.
dude who be wearing that hat, who was dancing to all my
Oh
shit.
yeah, yeah.
He's good promo because he's like, bro, you all you gotta do is send $10, $15, and like that turns around and gets me 10,000 views on my page
Yeah,
and a lot of eyes back on me and then on him too because he's in the video, he's dancing to it. So
yeah,
that's a good promo for both of us. I don't do crazy big promos
yeah,
because some people be getting scammed or it just doesn't work out for the artist.
yeah,
They can buy promo and then just get hated on in the comments.
yeah,
And I'm trying to work my way. I'm trying to make people come to me. I'm not trying to go out and be like, yo, you're gonna post me if I throw you
yeah.
some money because I can gain it. I've done it before.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. I guess that's more of a bit was getting at is like you don't really pay for the page promo, but like you understand like going for like that secondhand content where like it gets casual people in, and like
Yeah,
it's it's been interesting how you focus more on like the casual listener rather than like trying to convert the hardcore listener, because like I feel like you already know that hardcore listeners are going to listen to music, and I feel like people always underestimate the fact that when you get like that Cartman content or when you get like the stuff in like edits or the guy dancing, like that's what gets people your stuff to like what Rich Amiri's doing right now. So like where do you
like
like where do you really get that like understanding? Because I feel like a lot of people just fall into that trap and just burn money in pages.
um, people usually just buy promo and it'll be a slideshow and then they'll just post a snippet on the other side of the slideshow. It's not always about that. You just need, like I said, you need a unique idea or you need an idea that you can do better than majority of everybody else was trying it.
Yeah,
Like I could make a snippet video and put a try not to laugh beside it, and it could get 10,000 views on Instagram. And I could just put a hard song in the background, and then they gonna start noticing after they stop listening to the
yeah,
song. It's just different ways they'll come back to it and they'll share it to people like before. Like with the little LeBron ritual I did the little LeBron video and everybody was sharing it. Everybody, it was crazy.
yeah. Yeah, and I believe if I'm correct, you got actually got a reaction to Hive Mind as well, right? Like, but
Yeah.
in general, you get a lot of reaction content, and like I'm sure that's crazy. But I just want to also know just specifically about like Hive Mind, like what was that like seeing a channel that big reacting?
Um, when it happened, one of my fans sent it in. I
Mm.
didn't even send it in. Somebody DM'd me and it was like, "Yo, I just sent your song in the Hive Mind. I'm like, huh? What you mean? Like, send it. And I'm watching, and he's like, the next song we have "He Died" by Sadboyshaq. I'm like, wait, hey, hold on, nah, how you? Because I didn't do that. I was like, hey, that's crazy. That's what I mean about having a fan base that'll do
Yeah.
anything. He sent the song in, and I don't know if he paid for it or it was free. I don't know what he did,
Yeah.
but he got him to watch it or he got him to listen to it. And I'm like, you didn't have to. And that thing had like 700, 800 people watching at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they liked it. I'm like, oh, I'll take that. That's a great fan base. I love that. That's why I interact with people like I do.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna turn my back on them because I got a little bit of numbers. They make me get these numbers, so why shouldn't I talk to my people?
Yeah. And actually, I believe it also like your willingness to collaborate got you to a Hyperpop Daily post a few years ago. I think I saw back, right?
Yeah.
So like, what was that like? Like just seeing a random like Hyperpop Daily post about you as well for like just a feature you did.
Yo, I woke up. I was like, oh, I seen a little tag notification. I'm like, Hyperpop Daily, yo, and it's like a feature that I hopped on. I'm like, I don't buy promo, so I'm every time that happens, like a page post me and have pictures of me and all that shit. I'm like, yo, I didn't pay for this, so who paying for it? Like, that was fire.
You know, no, it's it. That like about like has everything that I have for you. So just gonna see if anyone else out here in chat has any questions for you, Shaq.
Yeah, let me know.
Scroll back up because I think some people asked some back in earlier that I skipped over. Uh, Someone asked me to ask you about the album.
Yeah, that's coming. I believe either sometime towards the middle or the end of the month,
Middle end of the month.
and it's gonna be some crazy stuff because it's gonna be some underground samples. The new
Mm-hmm.
trap, the little trap thing that I've been doing
Yeah.
is I got some underground samples. I got
Okay.
some summer samples. I sampled RX Poppy.
Okay.
I sampled Isaiah TG.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of different
Yeah.
type of stuff coming. I'm getting crazy with it, and I got some videos coming too.
Yeah. And don't gotta say names, but expect any features on it.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get a big name. I'm gonna try to get an industry name
Okay.
because I've been working around that little curve to get my name through
Mm-hmm.
that door, and them they
You know.
calling, man. They calling. I'm almost there.
I know.
I'm trying to get me an industry name on it.
You know. I really do think you're just someone once the sound gets up there. Uh, how you turn GD to Crip?
It just happened, cause
Yeah. And I think that's it for all that on the question end. So just wanted to close out with just going into WrestleMania weekend. Just want to hear your predictions and what you're most excited for.
I need to.
Acknowledge your tribal chief.
I acknowledge my tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see that. I need to see that win.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see Rikishi come out and say he did it for the Rock and Roman.
Okay. So who do you think Cody finishes the story?
Actually, yeah,
Yep.
he going he probably gonna win
Mm-hmm.
because the Rock is probably gonna turn. Then after that, they gonna have a little story with Roman and the Rock, and it's gonna go to the next
Mm-hmm.
year. Or they might just let Roman do what MJF did and lose the titles and just dip
Mm-hmm.
for a little minute and then come back.
Yeah. Well,
But I think if they lose the tag match, I still think he gonna win the championship because
they're
if they
100%
saying
losing the
bloodline
tag match.
rules, if it's bloodline rules, that means there's no DQ, anything goes. So that
Yeah.
means he still got a chance to win.
Mm-hmm. They're 100%. It's 100% bloodline rules. There's no way they didn't do that shit with Solo and Seth and not have it be that for the finals. But yeah, I think that about wraps everything up. So again, thank you so much. Just want to end things off. Final message to the world. Sad boy Shaq.
Uh, don't do drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take Fent.
Well,
Don't trust
I guess
Trump.
that's one. So two. Okay, bet. Thank you guys so much. Thanks everyone tuning in. Have a great night.